If you just start with an opening statement,
Sure.
and
Okay.
then they'll follow with questions.
Okay, just really grateful and just super excited to be here. Opportunity to come back home and coach a program that is just a traditionally rich and program led by, again, Coach Joy Lee and Coach Kay James. So just a tremendous honor for me to be here and just ready to get started and get to work really.
Coach, you mentioned, you're back home.
Yeah.
You coach, obviously, high school. You coach at Jones. Why return back to Hattiesburg? What was the decision behind it?
I think there's nothing like having an opportunity to do something special in front of people that you love and care about. And this community is really important to me. The Pine Belt, the entire Pine Belt community, I've had an opportunity to coach in this area a long time. And I think there's a great opportunity to be successful here. I think the leadership of Dr. Paul and Jeremy McLean gives you an opportunity to win and win championships. And I don't want to just be home. I want to have a chance to win at a high level. And having an opportunity to do that, though, in front of friends and family is something not many people have an opportunity to do. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
You had just gotten settled in
Yeah.
Monroe. It felt like just what was the decision process trying to just come back so quickly to the Pine Belt?
Yeah, I don't think I would have left anywhere for anywhere other than Southern Miss, to be honest. Like, I really enjoyed my experience in Monroe. The community was great, and I had a lot of support there. But this is an opportunity that's extremely unique. And first of all, again, it's a great university, and I think there's an incredible opportunity to be successful. I think our athletic program is extremely attractive to student athletes. It's easy to recruit here when you believe and love the university and when you believe in and love the town. And so, again, just a unique opportunity, and I'm not sure I would have left for anywhere else other than Southern Miss.
How valuable is it for you to kind of get that first 2 years in D1 before?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, Andrew, incredibly valuable. I kind of had a chance to work those kinks out a little bit and just learn how to, I kind of jumped into, hey, I'm a mid-major head coach, but not just a mid-major head coach. I'm in the Sun Belt. And the Sun Belt is an incredibly athletic league. In women's basketball, it's a very talented league, a lot of parity in the league. And so, I learned a lot in those 2 years. And I think it's going to give me an opportunity to be a much better basketball coach moving forward, just having that experience.
What do you think was the biggest thing you had to learn when you made the jump?
Yeah, I think, just when you're leading young people and you're leading a staff, I think you've got to always make sure you have not necessarily the best players, but the right players, and having that chemistry as far as building your roster. I think the roster building is extremely important. You look at some of the teams that have been successful in the league and the way they've been able to build their roster. And, I think last year I really had an opportunity to kind of dissect our program from A to Z, maybe, and see, like, how can we be better? And sometimes when you have the transfer portal, and it's kind of a new age in basketball, you just go out and you have these power forward transfers and you just grab the best players you can, right? And so I think for us moving forward, making sure we get the right people and the players that fit, what we're trying to do as a team the best. So that was one thing that I learned for sure, just having that experience.
What's your pitch to players you're still trying to sign to this roster? Obviously, you're bringing some players from ULM as well.
Right. I think it was an easy sell. The university sells itself, the town sells itself, and so I think maybe in Monroe I had to sell me a lot and our staff a lot. Where here there's so many different things I can sell. I can sell the entire athletic department, the athletic program. I can sell the tradition of the program here. It's not a rebuild. This program is in great shape, and so you don't have to, that this program is one that's respected and used to winning. And so, I think it's a situation where people want to be places where they can see themselves being successful, where they can see themselves being happy, and they can see themselves winning basketball games. And so really easy sell. I think we had 4 kids go in the portal, I guess Monday because of the coaching change, and all 4 signed with us on Monday. So it didn't take much work to get them down here for sure.
Who are all of
Jakayla Johnson, first team all conference. Melanie Timms, she was our second leading scorer this year. Sakiah White, I think she had, don't quote me on this for sure, Andrew, but I think she had 10 double-doubles this season for us. And then Michaela Gray, a former Lady Eagle.
And then just kind of overall, what's kind of the status of the roster? I mean, how many players do you
Yeah.
hope to bring in? It's kind of a
Sure.
weird turnover.
Yeah,
year.
unfortunately, a few of the kids jumped in the portal before I got hired. A few had visit sets. Like Trinity and I have had great conversation. She's on a visit right now. Going to meet with her this weekend and her family. A few of the other kids, JB. I think there's a few kids in the portal, but Whitney Hart's committed to staying. I think that's a big get for us. Whitney is a super talented freshman. She unfortunately got hurt this year, but she's gonna be back. I think better than ever. She's working super hard and looks great out there. Morgan Sieper is going to stay with us for sure. Jemiah Evans, there's a few kids that are still making decisions, but for sure those three I know are locked in. We'll know hopefully soon about Trinity and JB, but I think every kid has their path and their plan, and so we're just right now trying to make sure we find the best fit for each student athlete and make sure everybody's got a great place to play basketball next year, whether it's a Southern Miss or wherever it might be.
Is your staff finalized yet?
We are still working on our staff. There's a few domino effects. We have a few people that may be in some other jobs right now, some head coaching jobs. So just kind of waiting on the domino effect of like who they hire, and hopefully by, I would say, mid to end next week, we'll have everything finalized.
Can you share who you know for sure?
Lauren Pittman is definitely coming with me. She's coming with me. She's been with me, I think she was with me 6 years at Jones College and the 2 years at Monroe. She's a former Lady Eagle, loves Hattiesburg, and, loves the program. Lauren Gross will be coming in some capacity, support staff type capacity, a former Lady Eagle as well. So, but that's really probably all I can share right now, just because based on, hiring and whatnot, that could shake up a little. Yeah.
I never got the chance to really talk to you about it, but just you went 5-0 against USM and you coached against them.
Yeah.
Now you're wearing their colors, but was there kind of something a little special in the water when you were playing the Lady Eagles? Or?
Well, I think it was more special, just because of the respect I have for the program, and I think if you beat Southern Miss, you feel like you've accomplished something. That's not an easy win by any means. They are always extremely well prepared and well coached, and so. And I think a lot of it too, honestly, Scott, is like when you have an opportunity to come home and play in front of friends and family, certainly it's more special when you're able to get the win in those situations and be able to maybe prove people right about you and that you can do things that maybe some think you can't.
You mentioned in the press conference Kay James, Joy McNeilis, the legendary coaches here.
Yeah.
To have that logo on your chest, what does it really mean to you to hold that position?
I mean, I think, I don't look at it as pressure, as more of just an honor. I think that as someone that's grown up in this community, like I remember, I can't tell you how many Southern Miss women's basketball games I've had an opportunity to sit and watch, and camps and different things that I've been able to be part of. And so, like I said, even, Coach James and the Sweet 16 and the Janice Felder days to, all of the great players that Coach Joy Lee recruited here with Pauline Love and, Angela Atterbury Jackson and, with Coach James, and you look at Brittany Dinkins, and I mean, you can go through the list of just the great players that have played in this program. And so, I'm excited about connecting those alumni, and I truly mean I want the past, and the present to stay connected. There's just too rich of a history here for that not to happen.
In your, I guess, earlier days, like you were talking about watching Kay James, I mean, how often did you maybe picture the idea of finally leading the team courtside?
Yeah, I mean, it truly is a dream come true. I mean, you're sitting there coaching at a small high school down the road, and I mean, you watch the NCAA tournament, you watch Division I, and you come over here and you watch these games, and the love I had for the university, being an alumni here, and so you always hope that one day it was possible. You just pray that if that's God's plan for you, then the doors open, and but at the end of the day, absolutely a dream come true. And I remember the first time I walked on the court earlier this week as the head coach. It was a little surreal and a little emotional and pretty excited and just really thankful, and honestly just really thankful and grateful to be here.
Your husband Chip gets his old gig back at Columbia.
Yeah.
How sweet was that to see the kids' reaction there? For all that to fall into place when you think about everything that's happened in the last few days.
I mean, honestly, that's just the power of prayer, and like, I mean, last week when this thing started to heat up a little, you know, I was like, oh, this is going to be tough because my son's going to be a senior and I've already moved my family and made the move. Like, what is Chip going to do? And Coach Pogue accepted the job at Brandon, you know, to go closer to home. And Dr. Harris from Columbia called and said, any chance you're in the mix? And I kind of played it off because I did a lot of smoke and mirrors on this one because I didn't want to affect, you know, I've got to do a great job where I'm at and where my feet are at the time. But when we heard that, we said, okay, that's answered prayers. You know, that's answered prayers. So we'll see if, you know, the door's open to be the head coach at Southern Miss. And if so, you know, that'll give Chip a great opportunity to go back home. And, you know, it's just really special, like it is. Like, the Columbia community's been awesome to us, and we've had so many great memories. I mean, you could just go around the entire area, PCS, Jones, Columbia, Peary Central, Purvis, you know, all the different stops we've had as a family. And there's just a lot of love and respect and just, again, gratitude for just being able to be here.
How'd you tell your family when you got the offer?
They could tell it on my face. Andrew, I walked in the house and I said, oh, Jeremy's calling. And I walked outside and I walked in the house and they just, you know, they were excited. They just started cheering. And so they could tell with the way I looked that I was just elated and excited to get to lead this program.
Anything else? Thank y'all.
All right,
Coach,
thanks
appreciate it.
guys, I appreciate it.